Welcome back to the channel today, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. In today's video, we have a Sultai ramp deck for you that's going to ramp us right into our boy Ugin to try to win us the game. And low-key, we're kind of cheating today because we typically play best of one, and in today's best of one format, we're running 15 extra cards. We have a sideboard, so sit back, relax, cue the music. Let's get it. All right, everybody, welcome in, welcome to the channel, welcome back to the channel if you aren't new here, and thanks so much for clicking on the video. So today we have this Sultai ramp deck that is going to basically allow us to play Ugin and cheat him in a few turns early. That's kind of the ultimate goal of this deck. Before we get into the full breakdown of this deck though and talk about all the cards that are in here, let's go ahead and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the world to me, and it also will notify you all the times that our videos go live, which we post a video every single Monday for you. And we've been trying to get out some bonus content throughout the week on a Wednesday, maybe a Friday, but you will always for sure get a video every single Monday. So be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of those. And also we play Magic the Gathering live on Twitch if you guys want to follow me, and there's a link in the description below if you want to click that and go on over and hit a follow. I'd really appreciate it. And maybe we could talk sometime live and maybe go over some different types of decks that you guys play, and maybe talk about what decks you guys like to see me play in the future. So without further ado, let's jump into it and break down the deck. So in this deck, like I said, it's a complete ramp style deck. That's just the ultimate goal here is to get out Ugin the Spirit Dragon and just win the game, or maybe even turn the entire tide of the game from you losing to exiling everything on the board and just totally coming back and winning the game. So in order for us to do that, we obviously need ramp cards. So we run 4 Growth Spirals, pretty common in any Simic deck right now. It's probably one of the best cards in the meta. You draw a card, you get to play an extra land. Pretty self-explanatory, and you can do this all at instant speed, which is great. Here's a new one though. We have 3 Cultivates. Now, Cultivate is a fantastic card that I think I underrated it pretty early. I thought Uro would be a lot better, and I still think it is, but it's different. It depends on what you want. Sometimes I have an Uro in hand with three lands in my starting hand, and then I miss 2 land drops when I get to play Uro, and I pull that 4th card thinking, oh, it's got to be a land, and it's not, so I don't actually get to ramp with him. So Cultivate's a really good way to correct that mistake, in the fact that you get to dig and search for 2 extra lands and play an additional land on a turn. It's basically going to be an Uro that's going to guarantee you to hit an additional land. So 3 Cultivates and 4 Uros. That may seem like a lot of ramp, but if you see here, we run 28 lands, so it's not too much. I think it's just the right amount, honestly. We didn't run into any over flooding problems, and there are ways also to fix it if we do run into some flooding problems. We have a lot of different options here, one of those being Hydroid Krasis. Say you have a Hydroid Krasis in hand and it's the only card, and then just a ton of land. Well, Hydroid Krasis we run 2 of, and you could just refill your hand immediately, get a big flyer out on the field and gain a ton of health. So 2 Hydroid Krasis is a really good way to correct any sort of mana flooding, just refilling your hand and giving yourself another shot at cards that you may need. And then to get to Ugin, we're going to need to control the board a little bit. So we have 4 Murderous Riders and 4 Extinction Events. This here will help us with any aggro matchups, which we typically have the most trouble with. Mono red, Rack to Sacrifice, things like that. Extinction Event is an excellent card because it exiles all the cards on the field, and it doesn't actually just send them to the graveyard. So things like cats, if they don't have an oven out yet, is really nice. Just getting things off the field permanently, you don't have to deal with them anymore. Really good removal spell for a board wipe. And then Murderous Rider has a lot of flexibility, so you can kill planeswalkers or creatures. You are taking a little bit of a hit with the 2 life, which is a little bit hard sometimes, especially in an aggro matchup, but its versatility can't be argued with. The fact that you can go after planeswalkers is huge. So Murderous Rider we are running 4 of. That'll help us control the board to get us to where we need to go. And then here is where the fun begins. We actually run 4 Fae of Wishes here. This is kind of like it's kind of like cheating in best of one, because you get to run 15 extra cards in your sideboard that you get to constantly dig and search for and pick and choose from. So you can actually cater your matchup. You know, whatever you are playing against, you can choose whatever card it is you need that best suits the situation. So Fae of Wishes, 4 of, this is kind of the card that's really going to win us the game, and we'll go over the complete sideboard here in just a moment. But I do want to talk about one more card here that we run 4 Casualties of War. Casualties is such a good card, and a lot of matches that I've had with this deck off recording, we've gotten so far ahead with all the mana so fast that we were able to play Casualties of War, you know, turn 4, and then really slow our opponent down by constantly picking at their lands, and then our opponent really is just too far behind that they can't come back. So Casualties of War is a really good card. I'd also put it in the category of controlling the matchup here with the Murderous Rider and Extinction Event. And then here we have all of our lands. I would suggest running 2 Castle Vantresses for late game, and then Triomes obviously are a must. You can cycle these and they outrun all 3 of your colors. And then just basically all your shock lands. I was only missing 1 Overgrown Tomb, so I went ahead and threw in 1 Temple. Other than that, this is pretty much exactly how I would say to run your lands. I haven't had any problems with the land so far. And now we could talk about the sideboard. So sideboard, we have Gravedigger Cage. Everything in here is going to be 1 of, because they're for certain situations, and each situation obviously varies per deck that you're playing against, and you don't really need multiples of, because you can pick and choose. It's not like you're trying to draw into these. You don't need 4 of so you can draw into them. You get to pick them whenever you need them. So everything's a 1 of. We have 1 Gravedigger's Cage, 1 Essence Scatter, 1 Negate, 1 Tail's End, 1 Elder Spell, 1 Return to Nature, Ashiok, Ritual Sit, Ashiok Nightmare Muse, Sublime, Liliana, Thought Distortion, Ugin, Erebos Intervention, and Mass Manipulation. That's my sideboard. This right here is one thing that I would suggest to you at home to play with, have some fun with, really get creative with it. If you find yourself never pulling out a card, you know, and multiple matchups, change it up. Take that card out, throw something else in that you maybe ran into and you're like, man, I wish I would have had that card. That's basically how I did this. You know, I came up with a rough sketch of what I think this should be, and then it turned out I didn't need a lot of the cards. You know, I was running like Jace in case I milled myself, which never happened. I was running a ton of different cards where I'm like, you know what, I never end up pulling this card, so let me pull it out, let me throw in this, let me throw in that. And I tell you what, like Return to Nature has been really clutch. Ritual Soot obviously has been amazing. Thought Distortion, those are obviously all must-haves. I've been running a lot of Liliana out of the sideboard. Erebos Intervention saved my butt in one game. I was able to gain a lot of life. So all of these things are just fun cards to look at, change up, do whatever you want with. This is a really fun sideboard. It seems to be very, very good in almost every scenario. So if you want to just copy paste that, that's fine. But again, Fae of Wishes is such a fun card because the versatility, you get to kind of make it your own. And that's it, guys. So since we broke down the deck, we're going to go ahead now and jump into some gameplay footage. I think we have 4 games for you. They're all a little bit longer, so this video might be a little bit longer than normal. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really sat down and mapped it out. But after the games are over, we can come back here again and talk about maybe some things we would change. And I'd like to get some comments from you guys as well, just to see what you guys like about the deck, what you change about the deck to see to make it better. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let's jump into some gameplay, and we'll see you here after. Peace. What's going on, everybody? Ooh, okay, I go first. This is not the most ideal hand, but we're gonna keep it just because we have a couple Fae of Wishes. I really want to be able to showcase the sideboard action, so let's see what we can do, what we can hit. Would have liked to see, you know, obviously in the opening hand, like 2 Growth Spirals and Cultivate and all that good stuff, but this will have to do for now. Up against Teamer, okay. That's interesting. I haven't ran into a Teamer deck in a minute, even though they pretty much are the best decks right now. Let's just enter tapped here and say go. And then we'll just Fae of Wishes next. So what should we expect here? Probably a Wilderness Reclamation, obviously. Could be a flash style deck, a lot of counter spells, hopefully not. Those are typically the most annoying, but if it has a Wilderness, yep, there it is. We have Casualties of War, but I think right now we need to get rid of it quickly. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab Return. I don't know. Let me see. Return to nature, probably. Yeah, it's probably going to be our best bet. Thought Distortion would be really strong here in this matchup. That might be the next card I grab too. But Return to Nature. Casualties can hit it though in 2 turns. Do I want to wait 2 turns though is the question. Or do I want to get him this next turn? Probably just don't want to get him the next turn. So many options. I hate it. I hate options. Because then you got to use your brain. There we go. And is this just going to be countered? Because if it's going to be countered, I'm just going to be upset about it. Let's play this in case for some reason it gets Mystical Disputed. I probably honestly could have held on to that though and played that a little better, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. I'll keep it. I probably should have waited for them to play something first, but they're going to be so reactive anyways that I doubt they're going to play anything. Hard casting. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So what's more important here? Honestly, probably the Shark Typhoon if I'm being... No. Cancel. If I'm being completely honest, that's probably going to be our target here. Looks like they don't have an answer right this second. Hopefully. Yes. Okay. I am A-okay with that. Let's Fae again. Now what do we want to see? Probably Thought Distortion. Get rid of whatever's in their hand, and it can't be countered, which is beautiful. But somebody did actually totally just clowned me one game. They played that card that just ends the stack and just absolutely punked me. That card's crazy. Come on, let's hit for 2. Let's hit for 2. Looks like I probably got a pretty good hit here. And then next turn, if I get rid of these 2 cards, hopefully both of them, we can Casualties pretty... There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That was huge with the Wilderness out on the field, and they... Oh, let's go. Explosion for 1. And immediately we take the Shark Typhoon. Scryed 1 to the top. That's a little dangerous. Okay. That's fine. You know what I want to do next, though? If Fae of Wishes, I want to get an Ashiok that exiles the graveyard. That would be pretty sick. Interesting. So they're either sitting on Explosion or Shark Typhoon here. What's it gonna be? Shark Typhoon for 5. Saves 2 mana. That's kind of weird. But that makes me feel really good about this play. Really good, honestly. Yes, let's go. Let's go. That was huge. That was so huge. All right, and then we could totally just destroy this Uro. Blast Zone. Growth Spiral. Okay, please be a land. All right. This deck is so dangerous that even with 1 card in hand, it just makes me so nervous. See, it's instant speed. I just don't like that. I just don't like that at all. I don't really need to play any more lands after this, so what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna probably end up growth spiraling and not playing the card. If it's a land, not playing the land, because I can just bin it. That's a little bit annoying. All they gotta do now is just hit a good card and I'm screwed. See, we're gonna decline that because then we're gonna call back the Fae of Wishes. Ooh, okay. For these two. Extinction Event's still really strong against all the sharks that they end up building up. Fair enough. I didn't even, honestly, didn't even see that. That is what we call a misplay, and that's fine. That happens. That happens here. That's a thing. Blast zones for 3. Man, blast zones, man. Something to look into, maybe. Pretty good card. Oh no. Here comes a big explosion that just totally shifts the entire game. They're gonna refill their entire hand with their entire deck. And now we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, that's pretty solid. As long as they don't have a counter, that's pretty solid. Have they played any counter spells? I don't think they have. Aether Gust is the closest thing to it. Yeah, I don't think they play counter spells. I'm okay with playing this. I'm okay. Yep. I knew it was going to resolve. That feels good. Gonna take that reclamation out of the picture. Now I'm not crazy worried about a big explosion that's just gonna end the game in one turn. We've already got rid of 2 of them, right? Would feel nice if I could beat this guy, because this or this person, because Teamer Wreck is the best deck by far, so it would feel really good to just beat it. Odd. It stinks because they draw so many cards that they find all their really good cards super quickly. And doubly unfortunate is the fact that they can now end step an explosion and probably win the game. As long as I can't kill my Uro, I can kill the reclamation. Yeah, they can kill it though. They can kill it next turn though, so that's... Oh no, they can actually kill it on the end step when the card comes back because of reclamation. Gosh darn it. Here it comes. Hopefully they don't realize they can do that. I doubt it. Wow, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. Holy cow. Unbelievable. They didn't even do it. Doesn't matter. Too late, my friend. Too late, my friend. They should have done that on their end step when they untapped one of those Wilderness Reclamations. That was a huge misplay. Absolutely huge misplay on our opponent's part. They should have put a stop on the end, and when that first Reclamation untapped the first set of lands, they could have killed the Ugin, but instead they chose to wait on it. And I think I got all the Reclamations, didn't I? How many is in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all of them. Let's go. And they're all in exile of all places to be. Yes, that's 3 explosions. I think we got this. I think we got this game wrapped up. All they have now is 1 more explosion and a couple Shark Typhoons, which I think we can handle as long as we hit a Fae of Wishes here. Get a Mass Manipulation maybe. Depending on how they play the Shark Typhoons. If they hard cast them, it could get a little tricky. But I think we'll be all right. Man, I really need to find another Fae or something. Well, I guess we just chip away at them then, for now. Not much we could do. We have all defensive cards. Man, this game felt really good though. Honestly, I feel a little bit indifferent about it just because we won. I mean, if we do win, we're gonna end up winning because of a misplay. But I guess it is what it is. This game right here too, I believe will get me to Platinum Tier 1, which is kind of cool. Good old hard casted Uro. Here we go. As long as they just keep eating up their graveyard, honestly, I don't mind. They're gonna end up milling themselves out, to be honest. This game could end in a mill. Will it end in a mill? More than likely. Negate. That's silly. All right, well, how about another one? Another negate? So they do run counters, they just happen to find them all at the end. All right, well, watch this. Let's gain some life. He probably thinks I'm a savage because I was gonna lose it anyways. And say go. We're sitting good. We got a high amount of health. A couple Uros I can play from the graveyard. More cards in my deck than them. They're on 8 turns unless they draw, which every card they have basically makes them draw cards. So feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Chi-Chi's Platinum Tier 1, baby. All right, let's see if we can't get this sucker to Diamond. That was 15 minutes. Oh, I'm gonna try to get you guys some games real quick. Come on. All right, so very long first game. Sorry about that. But we got the W. All right, up against Edmund. Oh, all right. Well, can't keep this. As much as I love having a Fae of Wishes in the opening hand, I cannot keep this. Opponent goes first too. Man, they're trying to make my life miserable out here. That's fine. That's fine. Luris of the Dream Den. That means I'm gonna need the Extinction Event. A Murderous Rider probably be helpful here too, but I really just want to get these Uros going so we can draw and ramp up really fast. So we're gonna keep this. Drop the Murderous Rider. We can get to Extinction Event 1 turn early. Oh, is this is it? And is it Luris deck? That's kind of weird. Okay, it's not. It's just guy. This is weird. Okay. Okay, I'm intrigued. You have my attention. Whenever you cast a spell that targets this, put 1/1 counter and scry. Alright. Like I said, you have my full attention, so hopefully they're not running counter spells. I don't know. I don't know what to think here, to be honest. If you guys haven't noticed, I hate counter spells. They're hard to play around and they're annoying. I love playing my own counter spells, but all right. Scry's one to the top. That's a pretty sweet combo. Very, very weird deck, but I respect weird decks. Let's just do this. I want to do that now. Oh no. I was saying I want to do that now because our opponent only had 1 mana open, but it looks like 1 mana was more than enough to get the job done. Looks like I'm gonna have to put out a blocker here just in case. I don't know. I don't know what we want to do here. We could block. Yeah, we can block because we check this out. Watch this cool little maneuver. It's risky because we're losing a lot of cards here, but this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna block. Oh, okay. It didn't even. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm not even gonna tell you guys what my plan was because it was embarrassing. Either way, that was a block. That was supposed to happen. 2/2. That's evens. Will this work? Indestructible? Yeah, it should work. Getting a lot of value out of this too if it works. Huge value. Let's go. Temple of Malady. Let's see what we get. And my game. Everything froze. I'm back. All right, I'm back. False alarm. That was weird. I can't believe I did what I did earlier. I'm so embarrassed still about that play. The Fae of Wishes. It was still a good block, like 100%. But what I was trying to do was something else. It was kind of funny. Yeah, not enough. Well, maybe I could shock this. Yeah, I'm gonna shock this in so I could scry 2 here. And turn. Luris, bringing back what exactly? Oh yeah, I exiled. We're good. We're good. I forgot that I exiled. I think our opponent forgot too. Murderous Rider's good here. I could just kill this Luris and get it over with. That way they can't play anything if something were to happen. Alright. Figured you had some silly trick up your sleeve. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Wait, did I play land already, or is this just asking me to cycle? Actually, I'm gonna keep it for cycling purposes. Either way, I got more than enough land on the field. Man, these God Willings and Fight as Ones, unbelievably annoying. I don't want you drawing a card, so I'm gonna block. That's solid. That right there is solid. Your Fight as One ain't gonna help you here. Because you think I might plus this to deal 3 damage, but I'm smarter than that. Give me more credit than that. This is a very tricky deck to play against, though. All these Fight as One and all that BS. This is just a 1-drop, right? Yeah, I can just -1 here. Okay, I'm cool with that play. You guys might be asking yourself, why aren't you just plussing 2 to do 3 damage? Because I don't want them to gain indestructible with the Fight as One and then have it be wasted. So that's why. Let's get an Uro out here and say go. Still gonna keep the Triome in hand for cycling purposes. It came in handy there so I can get my graveyard just full enough to play an Uro. They're cycling as well, which means they're desperate. That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna cultivate just to thin out the deck even more. Why not? Let's keep thinning this sucker out. Decline. And we can scry here and start really looking for our Fae of Wishes to end the game. Ugins can end a game itself just by dealing all this 3 damage over and over, but Casualties of War is probably not going to be that good here. We'll get a land for sure, but they're going to make things indestructible or put protection. All right, I'm fine with that. They're gonna shock it 3 times. Haste. I forgot it had haste. Pretty good. Still alive though, and even if you kill it, I have another one. There's a Fae, and both those cards are really good, so we'll keep them both on top. Let's see if we can draw out the last card in their hand. Yep. Wait, what? What's that? Okay, well, that's not gonna do any. Oh, well. I don't know. I don't know what exactly we're trying to do with that, but I still think we kill it. Alright, and Fae of Wishes. Just to really put the nail in the coffin, we'll go ahead and... Oh, well, there it is. I was gonna grab a Liliana and really put the nail in the coffin there. And that's game. What's up, buddy? Oh my gosh, my son just bought a new toy, guys. Bonus content. Let me see this thing. You got this at the store?
Yeah.
What in the world is this guy?
It's cheap.
It was cheap? He looks sweet. He's like a transformer.
No,
I like
it's
his
a
sword.
Power Ranger.
Alright guys, I'll be back.
It's a Power Ranger.
Alright, so we had a small little mishap. I stepped away for a little while before recording these following games, and forgot I turned my mic off when I left the room and started recording and got an entire game in and realized my mic was off, so that happened. But we did lose. We lost to it's like a mirror matchup, but it was more Bant ramp. This hand has no blue and it makes me nervous, so I'm gonna mulligan this hand. That's better. It's not great, but it's better. Oh no. Yeah. I just don't know. These hands have been kind of weak. I don't know, man. Need to get a better starting hand, and then some more ramp. Like I got so many ramp cards. I have Cultivate, I have Growth Spiral, I have all kinds of really good ramp cards. And we never typically get them in our opening hand. It's very strange. Gotta play Growth Spiral now because Teferi won't allow us to play it later.
Let's slow this down. Trust me, I have a plan.
Ooh, we could kill it. Don't mind if I do before they can get that card draw value out of it. That felt pretty good, actually. I was a little worried. I'm like, do I want a Fae of Wishes here and grab something like, I don't know, Mass Manipulation? But then they would have used up the loyalty. Okay, let's see. So we're on... What would I grab? I hate doing Fae of Wishes too early, because if I grab the wrong thing, it could cost us. So I think we're just gonna do this. Go for blue mana. Say go. I don't know. What would I Fae of Wishes here? We're up against Jeskai control deck, maybe? I don't know. Okay, that's interesting. I think I'm just gonna Crisis here for 4. I think that's the play. Let's get 2 more cards in hand and keep our mana curve just, you know, going up and up and up. Yeah, we're gonna swing here just so we can gain the life. They could double block or even just block with the wings. Either way, I'm in no danger of dying, so just trying to gain some life here. There we go. I Krasis there just so I can fill my hand up and get some more lands, because like I said, I want to keep my tempo of 1 land a turn at least, so I can get this Ugin out on a decent time. That was weird. Unless they have something that'll do 3. Clarion. Ooh, I didn't even think about the Clarion. I haven't seen a Clarion in a minute. I was like, as soon as it hit me, as soon as I said, well, maybe they have something that does 3, it literally dawned on me. Big yikes. Okay, well, I do think we're gonna go to our board here. I think I'm gonna just play it safe and just grab myself a Liliana. Or maybe even Thought Distortion might be solid here. That actually might be a good play. We'll see. It'll really force our opponent to just empty out their hand here, and we'll see what they're holding on to, because they're gonna want to play everything, because if they don't, next turn I'm taking it all. Okay. Let's just do it now. And then next turn I will play. Nice, let's go. That's a hit. I was gonna say next turn I could play the Ugin and get that off the field. Oh, why did I do that? I always do that right before I play my Ugin too. I should probably not play my Ugin next turn. We'll see. Could just, yeah, cultivate and then use the land as a way to bring back this. You're probably wondering why I didn't play it. Some of you might be wondering why I didn't play Ugin there, because if I play Ugin and I minus it to get rid of this visitation and all of these, I would have also lost my Fae, and I think my Fae is too important to lose, so I'm just gonna do it this way. Decline. I just want this in my hand in case I need to bring this back again or something. But you know what? I really don't even think I need to worry about minusing here. I'm just gonna keep the pressure on, really. Just keep the pressure on.
My flames burn beyond perception.
Teferi.
I am not going to sit this one out.
If they bounce this, okay, perfect. Now I'll minus. I'll get everything off the field. We'll clean it up. Clean it up. So we're gonna lose 2 loyalty here, back to 7, which is fine. And then Divine Visitation is what, a 5-drop? So we're gonna minus 5. Clear out their side of the field.
That's how it was meant to happen.
Could play another Ugin and then just plus it, but I do want to see how long we can keep this one alive. Make them deal with it twice. Yeah, I guess we could do it now. This time I want to get to Liliana, really put the pressure on. We'll crack this for blue if I still have any. I think I have one more. No, green. Unfortunate. Well, actually we still have some blue mana. I didn't see that dual land there. All right, I think we've pretty much solidified the fact that we're gonna win this game. I wouldn't even be surprised if we see a conceding here. No, they still want to try to battle it out. Respect. Could have played a Hydroid Krasis there, but I think the Liliana was better. Just keep multiple Planeswalker threats on the field. Oh, that's actually pretty slick. I like that. That's actually really cool. All right. I respect the play.
Back off.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this then. Oh, actually, you know what? Cancel that. Cancel that. I forgot I had another Fae. Oh, beautiful. I was gonna go to the Fae of Wishes here to get an Elder spell, but it looks like I just drew into a answer right here.
I don't have enough spares right now.
And that should make them feel pretty bad. GG's. All right. That was a pretty good combo, though. I really got to look into that little combo with Divine Visitation with the Chandra. That was pretty slick. I can appreciate that. I still can't believe I played that game with no audio. Unbelievable. I'm a pure professional. All right, this is a pretty solid hand. I could do without the Krasis, but this is a good starting hand for sure. I'm definitely going to keep it. I'd be interested to see if I've gone first yet. I feel like it's been forever since I've gone first. I don't know. I could be wrong. Could be just complaining for no reason. Okay. Those weren't terrible cards that they hit. I'm okay with that. Okay, that's fine. All right, this is very interesting. Do we use the gross power now? I guess we do. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's luck. Ooh, okay, we hit a good luck. All right, nice. And now let's put. Is this gonna be creature? I don't know. It seems like it might be creature. Abzan? I would think so, right? Yeah, I don't want to lose that. Ah, but we gave up a Fae of Wishes. Super unfortunate. What a weird little deck they've got going on right now. I gotta check their graveyard again here. See what's up with it. We do get to play our Uro a little bit sooner because they are milling the heck out of our deck. All right. Oh, they're on tokens. Interesting. All right. Oh, what am I saying? I forget they exile. Gosh darn it. Of course they're gonna exile Uro. That's all right. We got another one. That was a misplay. I didn't even realize. Taking Ugin, I'm sure. Yep. What a weird card. Exile that card until it leaves the battlefield. It's like a detention. Just like a detention. Uro? Yeah, let's go Uro. All right, feels good. All right, now we just got to drop a big Hydroid Krasis here and then get a ton of cards in hand. But strong possibility that our opponent is on some more hand hate. I don't know if they're gonna have Agonizing Remorse or something like that, but or another one of these freebooters. But Okay, I'm fine with that. I love this card. One of my favorites. Hydroid Krasis for how many? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we could do that. Just to be sure. Yeah, it's 6, right? Sure is. There we go. Drew a Cultivate, not bad. We have a lot of land. I don't think Cultivate's any good here anymore now that I think about it, because our Cultivate, we already hit all of our basic lands, I'm pretty sure. That might just be a card I throw away to bring back our Fae of Wishes. I'm gonna definitely go for Mass Manipulation here. I think that we're gonna get super high value out of it. Drop another Triome. Actually, cancel that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could drop a Triome. Play Uro. Probably drop the Forest here. I want to hang on to one Triome just in case I need to cycle it. That's a good backup if our Mass Manipulation doesn't resolve. That's a really solid backup. We can kill the Vraska. Feeling okay. I'm feeling okay in this spot. Okay, they don't want me to have the Pulchronos. I understand. That was a good play. A very solid play. I actually wouldn't mind either going into a Fae board or a Wishes board and grabbing what is it? The Ashiok, the one that actually ooh, okay. But the Ashiok that actually exiles the graveyard, that would be a good one to pull. All right, let's just... I know I just said I'm grabbing Ashiok, but because they have 2 of my cards that I could really use, I think what I'm going to do is grab the Ritual of Soot here. We'll take back both of those. Do this and say go, and then we'll bounce this back, dropping these 2, and then we'll get our Ashiok. If they play the Pulchronos from the graveyard, I could steal it, so it's not that big a deal, but all right. Honestly, Casualties looks pretty good here. Yeah, Casualties looks pretty solid. Planeswalker, land, and creature. Creature. And land. We will leave that up as a blocker for now. Play this. No attacks, say go. Just leave it as a blocker. And then on end step, I'll pull it back. Probably grab the Ashiok that I was talking about. Or I might even just grab a Liliana just to try to put the nail in the coffin. Because again, we have Mass Manipulation. So if they want to play this from the graveyard, it's not the end of the world. I could just, again, I could steal it. It is a 12/12 too, which would be really sweet. So I have so many answers, honestly. Ugin can exile everything. I really don't see a way our opponent beats us here. We're in a really strong position. Really, very, very strong position. Hate being tired. I'm always tired. I'm like Post Malone's eye tattoos. Always tired, man. What do they have that's instant speed? Should I be worried? Just gonna keep playing it safe, honestly. There's no reason to do a full send here and, you know, drop an Ugin or anything really. Just keep the pressure on and make them respond to us until they can answer our problems. Then we're gonna keep just slowly grinding them. We'll just keep a scry ability open and say go. How many cards left? 27. Yeah, we're not in any danger of being milled out here, so I do feel like the game was taking a little while. That's why I was a little worried about it, but we'll be all right. Banishing Light. All right. Guess we'll just play the Ugin. Oh, I forgot to scry. I literally left the mana open to scry, and I didn't even scry. Feels bad, man. Just gonna go face. That token doesn't worry me at all. Probably play my Fae to block with, so it is what it is. Sure, we'll play the Ugin or Uro too, just to play it just because. And we do hit a land. Man, we have more land than I've ever seen on my board ever. Crazy. Crazy. Ah, what a jerk. What a jerk. There's one there, and how many in here? 0, so I still have 3 Ugins in my deck. I think, yeah, I think we're okay. They're really afraid to play anything, you can tell, because of my mass manipulation. It's gotta be pretty difficult to play around, I'm sure. They are doing a really good job, though, of mitigating me finishing the game. They're taking away some big players on my... All right. They decided to play it. Interesting. So did I just take it? Probably, right? If I take it, they're obviously planning on killing it, but I still think it's a good steal. I could just... Yeah, I'll take it. Alright, can't forget to scry this time. Cannot forget to scry. Dang it. Alright, well. I kind of knew that was going to happen. They just really wanted to get that out of my hand. I can respect that play big time. Like, I knew it was coming, but I still felt like it was the way to go. Scry 2 here. Casualties. Interesting. I can actually get this Uro back, but is that even... does it matter? Probably not. It's still a good card to have, but I'd rather have Ugin first, and then we'll talk about casualties next. Let's make them have an answer. Ooh, I could exile instead. And then that would get rid of Murderous Rider for good, so we don't see it again, and we could actually get rid of Banishing Light as well. That's probably pretty good. Because Murderous Rider shuffles back into the deck whenever it dies. So I feel like that's a pretty good play here. Alright, feels good. Don't have enough to drop our Fae of Wishes adventure side. Can't go digging for a card, unfortunately. That stinks. Oh well. Oh, they're not going to destroy a creature. Okay, I thought for sure that's what they would do. That's casualties then? Planeswalker, land, and creature. Creature, land, Planeswalker. All right, kill you, and let's go 6 to the face. and we can still scry, and we can take care of any more planeswalkers that want to come out on the field. Instant speed. We could also kill a poker nose, so I think that seals the deal. I keep saying that, but you never know. Like I said, they did a really good job of coming back there for a minute. The last time I thought we had this done. Oh, they're cycling. Yeah, that's a good sign that they're desperate. I've been there. Doesn't feel good. All right. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, let's scry casualties. Nope, nope. Could use the casualties, get rid of that. That'd be pretty sweet. Let's I got an idea. Let's go for a return to nature. Thank you. There's the casualties. Oh wow! So even if they have another fate of feathers, I don't know how to say that word, but if they have one, I'm ready. Okay, they're really trying to make this hard on me. Just let it be. I don't want them to be able to continuously make food tokens. I don't think that should be on the field. It's only gonna cause me headaches, you know? Scry real quick. Still can't believe we forgot to scry that one time. That was embarrassing. Do one of those. Do one of these. Do one of these. Gotta be careful though. We're at 16 cards in the deck. I don't foresee this going that far, but it could happen. Could be a problem. Let's do one of these. And let's just pass the turn. I think that's enough to get lethal off. That's too many things I have to answer. Too many things I gotta deal with. So I think we're fine. I don't need to play another Uro. I could have, but I don't need to. I don't want to have to exile all these cards and draw another card. 15 cards is not a lot. That can go pretty quick, especially in my deck. I draw a lot of cards. So play it a little bit slower, a little safer. A little bit safer. Opponent highlighted Ugin a couple times. Definitely gonna play this. That's pretty much their only shot here. It's gotta be their Hail Mary, right? Unless they have like a Vraska or something. I don't know. Would Vraska do it? Yeah, they could kill. Oh, 3 or less. Actually, they can't kill it. Yeah, they're in trouble. All right, resolve. Oh, they only drew into a land? Come on. That took that long to do that? And that's game. We have lethal on board. We got 3 here. And 3 from Ugin. Big win. Let's go. Holy cow, these games have been so long. That might wrap it up, guys. I think that's more than enough games for the day. I think we're a little over, probably close to an hour. So let's go ahead and break down the deck again and talk about some maybe changes that we make. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. All right, so that's the game, and I really appreciate you guys all so much for your support. And if you've made it this far in the video, I commend you as always. You guys are always my favorite, and you guys are the best because you guys support me, you know, through and through, making it this far into the video. It's no small feat, so thank you so much. And if you've made it this far and you're not already a subscriber, please do so, because you are going to be notified, like I said, of every video that we post, and I'd really appreciate it. And it would help the channel out so much, so thank you if you do that. And then let's go ahead and talk about some things that we could change to this deck to make it a little bit better. So first things first, I feel like Murderous Rider was a very good card for us, except we typically almost never played it for a creature. It was very rare that we did, and if we did, it didn't really help us a whole lot. I mean, it gained us a little bit of life here and there. I don't know, if I'm being honest, out of all the cards in the deck, this one felt the clunkiest, like almost like I could change it for something else and it'd be a little bit smoother. Everything else felt really good. Hydroid Krasis was a late addition to this deck. I actually wasn't running a Hydroid Krasis early on. This one actually came in very clutch for us, and I really am happy I ran it. I honestly might even up this to one more. That might be what I do. I might actually up this to a third Krasis and maybe drop this down to a third Murderous Rider, just so I could draw into the Krasis a little bit more. Everything else felt fantastic. The sideboard is where I would say definitely have more fun with. Get into different ideas and let me know if something that's working for you. I've had other cards in here that I thought were going to be just absolute smashers, but they just didn't do anything for me. And then some that really came in strong. Like I said in the beginning, I think that Liliana, Thought Distortion, Erebos, even Mass Manipulation at some points has been really good for us. Tail's End is an interesting one that I really think it will come in handy on certain things, like if we run into a Dream Trawler, we can kind of shut down their hexproof ability. There's just so many cool things you could do with it, but we never got a chance to see. Essence Scatter Negate is pretty interesting. Maybe these can go for something else because we typically almost never run them. Or maybe I'm just not paying attention too much to the counter ability. Might be something we could use that I'm just kind of missing out on certain situations. But playing 4 mana, you typically want to get something a little bit bigger that kind of makes more of a big addition to the game. So I don't know, let me know. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on the sideboard. I had a lot of fun with this deck. This deck is really good. I actually think I'm going to just go ahead and run this up to Diamond real quick off video, and then we'll jump into a new deck. For those who stuck around, a little insight. I think I'm going to do some Mardu control next. I haven't seen any Mardu control. Nobody's playing Mardu control, and I think there's a way to do it, and it involves making a Doom style deck, Doom Foretold style deck with some red, and throwing in a Chandra. So a little bonus for you guys. I am going to be working on that next. I really appreciate you so much for being here, and thank you so much again for the support, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.